Welcome back to Aim for Freedom. In this video we're going to look a little further into the Glock 41 Gen 4. And along the way we're going to unveil a few more issues with the Gen 4. This video is mainly covering the trigger in the Gen 4. And well, what if you want to upgrade it? How about the Travis Haley Skimmer Enhanced Carry? Seems like a viable option. Let's look at the Skimmer's website. The Travis Haley Skimmer Enhanced Carry Trigger System gives your Glock the performance of a stock 1911, manufactured using 100% OEM parts. All the metal components are individually hand polished to a mirror finish for consistent, reliable action. The mated surfaces glide freely, adding a smooth short transition into a predictable wall. The trigger break is crisp and clean, reducing muzzle movement. This is made possible by a unique pre-travel reduction modification, which is non-adjustable. So on and on it goes here, and if you look down a little further at the third bullet point, a minus connector. Okay, so my pull should be lighter. Interesting. Okay, so first we're going to take a look at the factory trigger. Going to get some pulls and see what the pull weight is. See what that length of pull is like on this trigger. Okay, so I just want to show you guys here that the stock trigger is in. There it is. And the skimmer is out. And the skimmer parts are all right here. So let's put this back together and see what it pulls. Alright, let's give this a whirl here. From the bottom. £4, 4.1 ounce. Pull number 2 from the bottom. £5, 14 ounce. Pull number 3. £5, 7.5 ounce. Pull number 4. £5, 4 ounces. Pull number 5. £5, 10 ounces. Average £5, 5 ounces. So there you have it. So of course we wanted to give a good solid review and idea of what this trigger is like before and after factory versus skimmer. So we took it to the range. We have some targets to show you, and here's some shooting first with the factory trigger in there. Okay, now that we've seen the stock trigger, it is skimmer time. To skimmer or not to skimmer? That is the question we shall see. Okay, so now we are going to install the Travis Haley skimmer. Those are the parts that are going to come out right there, that spring, that piece, and okay, so there's no spring. Okay, so that's complete. Now for the trigger. Factory trigger. And in goes the skimmer. And there's your skimmer, completely installed. Okay, let's get some readings on the skimmer. Stock trigger is out, skimmer is in. Trigger scale. Pull number 1. £6. Pull number 2. £6 1 ounce. Pull number 3. £6 3 ounce. Pull number 4. £5 8.5 ounce. And pull number 5. £5 5 ounce. And for an average of £5 13 ounces. So there you have it, £5 13 ounces for the skimmer. It's coming in a little heavier than the stock trigger. Okay, so the skimmer just really does not seem to be worth it to me. The pull weight is heavier instead of lighter. Kind of disappointing. The break difference is not noticeable to me. The ironic thing is the GlockTrigger.com website has the option of a 5.5 pound connector to make it the factory pull, or the minus connector which was supposed to be in this kit. It turned out, according to our test, that the factory trigger did exactly what it was supposed to, and pulled at 5 pounds 5 ounces, but the Skimmer enhanced trigger did not seem to have any type of minus connector that reduced pull weight at all. Once again, I'm just trying to deliver you facts and accurate data, so you can take that for what it's worth, but to me this trigger does not seem to be worth the money and does not deliver. The search for a superior trigger for the Gen 4 will live on, because I'll tell you, it's just not going to be the Travis Haley Skimmer.
I'm not noticing a huge difference on the break either. There's still some grit right there. Right there. That's all grit. And then breaks. Grit, 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 grit. Break.
Hey, whoa. Stop the clock. Here at Aim for Freedom, we're a thorough gun review channel. Before we jump to any final conclusions, let's take this thing to the range, fire some rounds through it, see if we can really feel a difference with this Skimmer. Let's see how it does on the paper. Okay, back from the range now. Let's take a look at two targets side by side from a direct comparison setting to see if the skimmer made a difference. Okay, just so you guys understand this, the whole entire target on the right was shot with the skimmer. The target on the left was shot with the factory trigger. You can see in each bullseye the distance from the target and which trigger had a better result. So that's kind of what you're comparing here when we're looking at this.
Okay, so let's take a look at these two targets. One with the factory trigger and one with the skimmer. The one on the left is the factory, the one on the right is skimmer. Pretty close results here. So you can see top left is a 35 footer. That one is a tie. Top right is a 30 footer, and that one, the skimmer one. So there's the skimmer target. Then you have the 40-foot bullseye, and that one went to the factory trigger right there. That one went to the skimmer. There's those two right there. And those are the 60 footers. The one on the left, the skimmer one. And then the one on the right. That's the one that the skimmer one right there on the left. And then the one on the right is a tie. So the right hole target belongs to the skimmer and the left hole target is the factory trigger. So there you have it. Very close results. But the 60-foot groups are pretty nice. Especially that one and that one.
After taking a close look at the targets from the range, all the data from the trigger pull scale, and simply the feel of the trigger while shooting, the skimmer just does not appear to be worth the money. Some may disagree, but if you want a trigger that has a different feel from the factory trigger, I would strongly advise to spend your money elsewhere. Overall, this is just more frustration for the Gen 4 owner. If you want to tweak your trigger, you should think twice about buying a Gen 4 because the options are few and far between. The manufacturers are still doing the majority of the parts for the Gen 3 because everyone thinks it's a more solid platform, and it is. My question is, why is Glock getting worse instead of improving? First, we have a weak MOS design. Then we get 45 caliber brass thrown at our face with faulty extractors. Now we can't find a decent aftermarket trigger. So these are all just things to consider before dropping your hard-earned cash on a Gen 4 Glock. Something to think about, and that's what I'm here to provide you with. Now, while we are on triggers, let's take a look at a real trigger, the Apex Tactical Aluminum Face Trigger Kit for Smith & Wesson. This setup is just unreal. Now, this is a trigger that feels like a 1911. Take a look at what I mean.
Let me show you the difference, guys. This is why I brought this gun out. This has the Apex Tactical trigger in here, and this thing is just amazing. First off, the way that it's flat, it's like a 1911 trigger, and it's very flat face. There's no curve there, and it's aluminum, so it's just as stiff as can be, and the thing is crisp, super crisp. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is cleared. Pull number 1. £4, 7-ounce. Pull number 2. £4, 14-ounce. Number 3. £5, 1 ounce. Number 4. £4, 10 ounce. Average for the M&P Pro Core with the Apex trigger, £4, 12 ounces. So weight wise, I mean, it's not a huge difference, but I'm telling you what, guys, if you have an M&P, the best thing you can do is go out and buy this trigger by Apex Tactical. It will not let you down. It is amazing. There's nothing much more I can say about it. It's the best trigger on this table so far. Hands down, Apex Tactical. Try it. Doesn't disappoint. Okay, now we're going to do the FNX. Pull number 1. £5, 13 ounce. Pull number 2. £5 even. Pull number 3. £6, 2 ounces. Pull number 4. £5, 9 ounces. The FNX stock trigger average, £5, 10 ounces. So it's £5, 10 ounces on the FNX. Now, just to give you an idea too, this is a stock M&P. Give you guys an idea what your stock M&P trigger is pulling at. Through 4 with that. £7, 2 ounces. Number 2. £6, 4 ounces. Number 3. £7, 7 ounces. And number 4, £7, 7 ounces, which gives us an average for the M&P Compact with the stock trigger, £7, 1 ounce. It's £7, 1 ounce for the M&P Compact 9 with the stock trigger. So that just gives you guys an idea of some pistol trigger weights there.
I really hope you guys found this video entertaining and informative and shed some more light on some triggers and different options out there for you to consider. I say go Gen 3 all the way. Thanks for watching, guys. Aim for freedom. So once again, guys, I just want to thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. Please like and subscribe if you found the content useful. And make sure you guys stay tuned because we got lots of great content on the way. Lots of good stuff coming up. These videos will be weekly at least. Remember, aim for freedom.